So creating a ripple, right? It's always been wanting to deal hope. I always said, I'm a hope dealer. What do you deal? Because we're all dealing something, but what do you deal? And to me was hope dealer. And so the ripple effect of hope dealing, one drop of hope at a time, one drop can make a huge difference. I am able to service anyone in the world that, no matter the age, demographics, really nothing that can stop me servicing. Abundance is there waiting for each and every one of us. We just need to reach and get it. If you want to crawl, we will crawl. If you want to walk, we'll walk. If you want to run, we'll run. Whatever it is. But if you stay put, then I stay put. Really opening the eyes that we are accountable to ourselves. And if you're longing for something, you're wanting something, is because there's really something in there that needs to be expressed. And so how do we help you express that and become that, or just see that you already are that? How do we get rid of everything that clouds it? Hello everyone. Today I am happy to be here, extremely happy to be here and to be able to record an experience that has taken place here in our household. And I want to equip each and every one of you listening to today's podcast with ears of what is it that I need to do so that my household can be as prepared as possible for whatever it is that's coming our way. That's how I'm going to preface this video, this episode of the ripple effect of our actions. How I always encourage people to go out and be in action and be that ripple effect that positively affects others, right? So today I am hoping that the ripple effect of this video is that of such intensity that inspires each and every one of you listening to it to be ready to sharpen your tools at home, to sharpen your attitude even, because it's needed as well. That's an amazing tool that we have, our attitude, and how we choose to apply it and when we choose to apply it. I am going to kind of storytell what has transpired, and then I'm going to give you guys some details of how our family overcame this situation. And at the same time, I am going to be inspiring you to perhaps consider some of the tips that some of the things that we utilize to become part of your toolbox. I'm going to invite you that if you don't know where to acquire some of those tools that I'm going to be speaking of, that you reach out via my website. However it is that you know to get a hold of me, reach out to me. Ideally in writing, a message through my website, one drop of hope at a time, would be ideal, because everything can be tucked in there so that I don't lose it, okay? And so if you have any questions, I would love to read the comments. I would love to know what it is that you would have done. Any tips that I might be missing that I may not have. Because again, I'm not perfect, right? So let's get started with my storytelling. Once upon a time, so I want to relate that the body is always connecting our emotions to an organ, a gland within our body. Our body is extremely webbed together. There's a webbing of our body that it's marvelous. I mean, only God could have put it together that way. It's very, very intriguing to me to learn aspects of emotions and organs. And so today we're going to talk about the emotion of fear and breaking through fear and what it can mean to your kidneys. Yay! Can everyone say yay? Yay! Okay, so Wednesday afternoon at about 3 o'clock, it was 3 o'clock, 3:10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I was I was given the opportunity, positive talk. Now that I can do positive talk, I was not positive talking at the very moment when this occurred, but I had the opportunity to learn if I had or to check all my toolboxes. I was crawling around 3:10 p.m. on Wednesday from my bathroom into my shower, trying to get the shower on and trying to get some soothing hot water over myself. I had what I now know was a parasite saying hello from the depths of my kidney. A lot of people may call those kidney stones. I know I have called it kidney stones. I did help my husband kind of deliver his kidney stone, and I actually made fun of it. Perhaps we can insert that picture within this video. And I have had kidney surgery myself. And so I know what kidney pain means, and I know why it derives, and I know that it has to do with fear. This time it had to do with facing some fears by choice. Yes, by choice. We have to choose to do that. And my kidneys, as they always have said hello to me, hey, I need support, they're always talking to me, they started to talk to me. And so I encountered, my family encountered a situation too where I began to pass a parasite, kidney stone. Let me back up with that. I know I mentioned that just a few moments ago. Kidney stones are made up of several things. They can be made up of a lot of different things. In my situation, when I had surgery for my kidney was actually calcifying itself. So my body was so acidic, and I had such toxic load within my kidneys that they started to calcify. And so the name of that is kidney stone, is staghorn kidney stone. You guys can Google it. So that's what I had surgery about 15 years ago or so. I had surgery from one of my kidneys. They actually went in and they chiseled the kidney that had been calcified, right? And they chiseled that out and they suctioned it out and they sent me home with a nice stent and make sure that everything was working, and it was great. And then they discovered that as I had been pre-planned to have surgery for the other kidney, my right side of the kidney, my right kidney, right? They discovered that I had already started to reverse that damage by healing myself through holistic medicine, through whole food supplementation, through detoxing my body. Now, because we are continuously living life and continuously choosing to either face our fears or be in the fear moment, our bodies are going to continue to be susceptible to acquiring certain support or needing certain support or asking us for certain support. So that's the connection within my story within my kidneys, right? Or about my kidneys and fear. And so I had an amazing opportunity this last Wednesday to meet with someone in which a lot of different topics came up. Topics that ironically, right, divine appointmently, I had been healing from, I've been healing from those situations. And it just culminated in this conversation in this beautiful courtyard, just about, I don't know, maybe 500 yards away from my home, in which thankfully I was able to just get in my car, drive home, straight shot, and then kind of crawl myself into the shower because I started to feel the effects of having faced my fears. So now what does that mean? So basically Vilu is home passing a kidney stone, and what does Vilu do? What tools do I have? So with this, I ask you, you're faced, let's see, you or your family within your household is faced with passing a kidney stone or gallbladder, something's happening, appendix, blood pressure. Do you know what to do? Do you know what tools you have available to assess the situation? Do you know who you can reach out to other than 911 and the hospital? Now, I am not saying that people should not call 911 or go to a hospital. I am saying, do you know how to assess the situation and to assess if you actually have the tools and the wisdom and the prior experiences to know how to handle this the best way possible? So this is how this transpired. Okay, so again, I ask you, do you have the tools? Some of the tools that I had, besides communicating, right? I had the phone to communicate with my husband and tell him this is happening. I also have the tools of a ton of supplements. I also have the tools of communicating with my holistic practitioner. Even though I am a holistic practitioner, I am also a client. We can't get away from it, guys. We all need self-care. We all need support. It takes a village. It takes a team of people that support you in different ways in order to thrive mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. It takes a village. And so what I did is I started to gather all of my tools, communicated with those that I needed to be communicating with. I gathered the oils, the essential oils, the supplements, the whole food supplements, the tinctures, the holistic medicine, right, that I practice with, that I often recommend my clients to use, or I test them. And even though I had an appointment already set up for my practitioner to assist me the next day as routine every 5-week call with me, as I am on a maintenance level type of care with my quantum nutrition practitioner, I was able to send a message and say, hey, there's an opportunity to get a hold of me earlier. Please test me. I am in need of support. And sure enough, they did whatever they were able to do, accommodate me. And sure enough, by the time that I was tested, it was confirmed that I had a nasty parasite peeking itself out of my kidney. And so started to assist myself with the supplements that I was testing for. Thankfully, being a practitioner has allowed me to have access to the supplements, right? Because I have access to being able to help my clients. So when someone is testing for something, I'm able to mail that stuff out to them. And so I had most of the stuff, and then some of the stuff that I didn't have, we were in very, very acute seeking mode for those. We were looking for them desperately. In the midst of that, I was helping a few of my clients that had gotten some results recently. And so I was doing a lot of things, even though I was in the midst of passing a kidney stone. And so how did I do that? So what tools do I have at home? What tools may you want to have at home in order to help yourself go through a situation where your body's asking you for support? And so when you go through, basically, I can relate passing a kidney stone as if you were going through a birthing process. There's going to be a lot of, the body's going to do a lot of the same things. A lot of the same symptoms of going into labor happen to the body when you are allowing the body to rid a kidney stone, a parasite. And so I equip myself with lemon essential oil, cardamom essential oil, veggie capsules, so that I can make myself some my own pill with essential oils. I also had some Para 3. I had some KIDR, which is another one from Systemic Formulas. That is, it's an amazing kidney support supplement. I had kidney support from Energetics. You guys name it, Cellcore, all kinds of different companies that make great support tinctures and whole food supplementation for the kidneys were implemented right away. The other thing that was implemented was breathing techniques. Do you know how to breathe? Do you have someone that can help you breathe through painful moments? Okay, it's like birthing, guys. Like, you hear those movies, right? Or those coaching others when they're birthing, and it's like, okay, breathe. Remember to breathe in and breathe out equally, counting to 4 ideally. And so I had to remind myself how to breathe. I had to remind myself that I would be okay and that I was able to walk back and forth to the bathroom, because there's a lot of bathroom action happening as this is taking place. And so I was in the comfort of my own home passing this thing. attempting to pass this thing without any narcotics, without any pain meds other than a heating pad, ice pack for the headache, because I was starting to, if you get labored, your body is working hard, making sure that I had a lot of hydration going in my body, making sure that I had access to the 2 supplements that in the moment of being tested I didn't have at hand, and making sure that I could coordinate, or that someone could coordinate for me where to go access those supplements. So again, a lot of moving parts. My encouragement is, guys, that upon being vulnerable enough to listen to your body and understand that you're not crazy, understanding that your body is screaming for help, that there's nothing wrong with you because your body's telling you, hey, help me out. Therefore, there's nothing wrong with you, right? So acknowledging that took some tension off of my body. Reminding myself that my body had gone through this before and that I knew what to do. That I also know that if I needed to go to the hospital, I would go to the hospital. Knowing that there are times for additional help, right? Gauging that, but also knowing that I have all of these other tools that can help me. I reached out to someone that has been amazing support with sending frequencies to my body through the AO scanner. That's something that we also have as a service through my practice. Again, becoming a product of my product. This is when I felt like, Vilu, this is where you put your money where your mouth is, right? Is that how you say it? Or am I saying it backwards? You guys get the point. I want you guys to understand that we should always be ready to go. We always should be ready to be able to help ourselves. Do you carry stuff with you? What does your backpack, what does your toolbox looks like? It doesn't have to mean that you carry this huge bag with you everywhere you go, but it means that you have access to it, or that if you do carry it with you, maybe you have a bag within a bag, right? That you can have available if the car conditions allow to keep in the car as you're traveling. If not, hey, there's nothing wrong with creating your own cooler in your own refrigerator in your car, so that you can actually carry the supplements and the things that you might need upon something coming up. I want you guys to think of always having a go plan, not in a way to like bug out, like the world's ending type of go plan. That should be implemented, but that's a whole other video. But do you have your own diaper bag as your mother, as your own, as a mother or as a father or as someone that has a responsibility to carry a household? Do you have the tools ready to go for yourself? Do you have the community around you that can come and rally for you and help you and make sure that your family stays afloat during times like this? Do you have frozen meals that can save your behind, or are you gonna have to get nasty Uber Eats food? Maybe. We did order pizza one time. My husband has been amazing helping me. He was rubbing oils. It was almost like we were birthing something together. He was rubbing the oils, the frankincense and the lemon, giving me the cardamom and the capsule, giving me my Para 3, giving me all of my other droppers from energetics for, kidney tone and all that stuff. I mean, all kinds of stuff that I was going through. All of this therapeutic podcast session today on the Ripple goes to say that we can do things that are hard as long as we are equipping ourselves, pre-equipping ourselves with the village, with the tools that are needed. Breathing, guys, is key. Learn how to breathe. Learn what breathing can do to you before you have to implement it during a time of, I might pass out if I don't breathe because I'm in so much pain that I have no control of my body. That did happen for quite a few minutes, and Arturo was with me and I was able to be fine. And of course I was ready to go to the hospital if I needed to. We had a plan, nothing to worry about. I'm not trying to be a victim here. I'm just saying we were able to divide and conquer me passing I want to say it was several parasites and the kidney stone, or the kidney stone being the parasite. That's another topic that we can talk about later. But I want to be encouraging that we are equipped for what is coming in our life through, if we look at what has transpired within our bodies and what God has put in front of us as being able to be a tool for us, but then choosing like, hey, I'm gonna grab this tool. Have you taken advantage of the tools that have been before you? Have you thought of like, oh, I'm gonna put a first aid kit, or I'm gonna put what I call my diaper bag. I don't have any babies, but now mom needs a diaper bag. So I have a bag in the car or always nearby my exit, to where if I need to go, if a friend calls me and they need me to go be of support somewhere, if a client calls me and I physically need to be of support somewhere for a client, I am gonna have my go bag. I have my diaper bag. I have my high protein snacks. According to my DNA now, oh my gosh, I threw like a bag of pistachios there, and I was like, I could even throw an avocado and a loaf of sourdough bread and I would be okay. I can survive the whole hospital visit like that. So do you have the tools that you need in order to be successful healing yourself at home? Or do you run right away to the hospital to where additional synthetics and additional evasive testing takes place? Who do you go to? And why? Do you go to the hospital because of fear? Or do you go to the hospital because you truly don't have any tools to assess if it's a need? Most of the time that I have visited a hospital, whether it's been for myself or for one of my immediate family members, I literally, guys, end up counting, and there's very little amount of people that really should be at the hospital. Most of those things are preventative. Most of those things are things that can be handled at home. And yet, due to fear or due to lack of preparedness and awareness, right, we end up at a hospital where their intention is good, per se, of those that are administering the services. However, we are literally opening ourselves up to an opportunity to receive more toxins, to receive more stress to the body, to not even get to the root cause. We want the root cause. My symptoms were saying you have something that the hospital may need to take a picture of your lower back and figure out if there's something lingering there. That's what the symptoms were, right? And the solution was, you don't need the picture because you recognize this. You don't need to go be poked and receive all that radiation from that picture. You can actually start nourishing your body with the tools that you have here. You can do it in the comfort of your home. There was times that some of my bathroom episodes, TMI guys, but I was very thankful that I was home. I was in the comfort of my own home, where I could go to the bathroom and I can jump in the shower and I can go back to the bathroom. Whatever I needed to do, I was able to do. The uncomfortableness of this happening at a hospital would have been great. Like greater, right? Like, so the solution to a lot of our situations in life can be neatly solved by paying attention to where we come from, right? Health-wise, emotion-wise, family-wise, trauma-wise. We're understanding where this can take us and what type of lifestyle we're living in order to know if this is a high-risk situation. So for me, I became a high-risk situation for kidney stuff happening, and I didn't truly prepare my family for it because I didn't have the conversation to like, hey, this stuff that we're going through right now, even though it's really exciting and super cool, right? The stage of life that we're all in my household, it's also allowing me with the opportunity to face a lot of my fears and to get over myself, right? And to have detailed, deep conversations with people. The opportunity is there. And so as I'm going through this, honey, husband of mine, beautiful soul that God gave me, I might become a little bit vulnerable with my kidneys, and so something may arise, you know? So things like that are important to become aware of. So I would say, don't be afraid to understand where your roots, right? Your roots meaning where you come from, your history of emotion, your history of how you deal with it. Assess it and have a conversation and create your diaper bag according to, and make sure that your village who is going to perhaps have the opportunity to jump on board and help you, they have their diaper bag ready to go too. So do you have your diaper bag ready? Do you know how to empower yourself by packing your diaper bag? Literally, do you know what you would put in there? Do you have questions on like, hey, my family usually is challenged with anger. Therefore, we know we have to support that liver, right? If you already know that you have sugar issues, right? You know you need to support your pancreas, and you know that the pancreas is resentment and needs disbelief and needs a lot of other emotions attached to it. It's like feeling like you are, you know, the scum under somebody's shoe. You want to make sure that you know how to handle some things. So if you have questions, I'm here for to help you guys. I'm here to tell you my story, for you guys to feel empowered and for you guys to know that I am a resource. I want to be a resource to you if you see fit, to know what type of solutions you can have in your home. It could be as simple as, hey, make some bone broth and I'll walk you through it. It could be as easy as, you know what, you may want to consider getting this kit. So for instance, my clients have access to different body system kits. And so if you reach out to me, you're like, I need a kidney support kit, or I need a liver support kit, or I need a digestive support kit. That's something that I can more than happy be of assistance to you. Even just guidance. I'm not asking you guys to do anything other than even just think of what the possibilities are that could come your way, not just for yourself as the parent or the adult, but as your children may encounter. We have had situations in our household to where one of our children was hospitalized for several weeks, okay? And we had to figure out how to do life being at that hospital 24/7. And mind you, it was only a few weeks. It sent our whole lifestyle a different way. It set up the rest of our life to live in a different way, to become aware of certain things that we would not have paid attention to. So learn your history, learn the history of those that you're responsible for in order for you to know how to pack your diaper bag, or your backpack, or your business bag, whatever you want to call it. I call it my diaper bag. I want to give you guys solutions, and I also want to tell you guys something that I had a chuckle over. I said I wanted to record and do a different topic, but then no, right now I am seeing the need. Every other appointment request that I am receiving right now as a board certified holistic practitioner, I am receiving calls of people having urgent needs for implementation of immunity support. There are a lot of people that are starting to experience some rashes. We are starting to see people come back with lung stuff that are lingering. I am seeing a lot of people, or talking to people, serving people that are starting to battle things that were battled about 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. So how do you equip yourself? What type of tools should you have in your house? What essential oils are key? What supplementations are key? I think everyone should have a carboxy. Everybody should have a para 3. Everybody should have some kidney support. Everybody should have bladder support. Bladder support is huge right now. Bladder support is one of the ways that we know there's a lot of parasitic activity in someone's body. I'm seeing a lot of things. Now, the liver, this is when the season where the liver starts crying out with, help me, by showing you symptoms of allergies. That means your filters are clogged. Our filters are clogged. when we start to have a histamine reaction to things. So we need to make sure that we know that there are tools out there that we can prepare ourselves with so that we don't have a longer period of time missing work. Although I'm self-employed, I still have a lot of responsibilities and I love serving my clients. So I had to figure out how to continue to serve people through my week, last week, and the weekend, right? The business still goes, right? And still deal with my health. So again, I implore you, just like you have that spare tire in your car, hopefully, or you have that roadside assistance available to you that can bring gas over so you can, drive to the gas station if you ran out of gas. I implore you, make sure you have your own first aid kit. You have your own diaper bag ready to go so that you can equip yourself no matter where you are. And take advantage of the opportunity that you may have to get things from people that you know are living it out, such as myself, guys. Keeping it very real. I want my Ripple today to be one that brings hope, that brings awareness and preparedness. Because if I had not been ready, although I wasn't 100% ready, I'm not asking for perfection here. Although I was not 100% ready because I was missing 2 supplements, right? I was still whole enough, right? Or I still had equipped enough that I was able to maneuver passing a kidney stone in my own home. And it wasn't a pleasant sight at times, but we did it. We did it as a family, and conversations were had where sometimes you don't think you need to have them again with your children. Like, hey, when mom is healing herself and her body is telling her that something needs to be looked at, I don't tell my kids when mom is sick. I used to do that, and it's out of habit. It's the way that we are all culturally in the world told to say it. We're saying, I'm sick. I told my kids, hey, my body is healing from something, and it's asking me to pay 100% attention and to nourish it right now. That's what I have to call my body's action. Otherwise, I'm already being negative towards myself by calling myself sick. My body is healing from something, and therefore, I am going to allow that to happen. And it might sound like mom is really crying and wailing and birthing, but that's going to be part of the process. So don't be scared. This is what you do. How do you feel about it? It opens up the conversations that you may not think to have until something like this happens, right? So be ready to have conversations like that. Don't wait until later to tell your children. If you ever see mom needing help like this, or if you ever hear mom crying or dad crying, like, don't fright. Like, this is what's happening. This is the healing that is taking place. Equip your children, particularly, to know what to do in situations like this. Tell them who they can reach out to. Tell them what they can do. Tell them what might be helpful to you. So I had one of my children bringing me sparkling water with like a half a lemon or a full lemon with salt, and that was keeping me very hydrated. I had another one, bring me a yogurt every once in a while when I was able to eat. Giving myself grace that I don't have to eat. Do you guys know how many people force other people to eat in this world? Here, one more bite. Oh, but you're sick, so you need to eat. Eat some more. No. Your body is not sick. Your body is using all its power that it has, telling you help. And what it's going to need to do is to detox. When our body is shouting that loud, our body wants us to detox. And when you're detoxing, when you're birthing something, when something is coming out of your body, exiting your body, you are going to need all of the reserves inside, all of the strength, all of the nutrients, all of the minerals, right? That's why when we have a fever, the minerals are leached. They come out of our bones and we have to replenish them. So make sure that our fever stays controllable, where we don't have to go into a short and have a seizure. I went a whole other way there because I have experience with that with one of my daughters. That'll be another episode of how I earned my PhD. I've gone round and round today. Again, guys, my whole point of this video today is hoping my ripple is one that sends you to being proactive in being ready to nourish yourself or somebody else. What do you guys think? What type of things do you guys deal with at home? What type of tools would you like to know about? Oops, that's my phone. Ooh, that was my ice and my phone going down. My ice even close. Okay, so what type of tools do you guys need? What type of kits would you need to have ready to go at home? What is your family, prone to heal themselves from sporadically? What season are you on? Are you in the season where your liver is talking to you about, hey, we need to clean you out? Are you in a season where you really just need to come on board and be part of my quantum nutrition testing? How do you know if you're a candidate for that? How do you know if you need further assistance? I, as a practitioner, guys, need assistance. I need guidance and accountability. What do you guys need? And how can I help you? I leave you guys with this. Happy day. Today is Monday, the 18th of March, just to be clear, 2024. And this again started happening last Wednesday throughout. Even this morning, there's a little bit of residue of what's been happening. You actually feel very sore afterwards. You feel like a truck ran you over after, because my whole body was contracting, guys. My whole body's like, I just birthed this baby. And I tell you, even though I birthed 3 all natural, it doesn't mean that my body doesn't go through things and I don't have the aftermath, especially when I am still in the season of strengthening muscularly my body, becoming more active, strengthening my bones, strengthening my tissues, strengthening my muscles. So the aftermath is there. And again, another opportunity that my body's like, hey, Vilu, let's keep doing some stretches. Let's go back to yoga. It's an opportunity. So how do you take those opportunities as an insult, as a dare, as I'm doing this today? You need help, you need guidance, you want to just share with me what your experience has been, I would love to know. Send me a message, reach out to me, and more than anything, guys, go out there, make your ripple count. Make sure that all of your actions are for a positive one. I love to talk to you guys later. I love to read your comments. Thank you for watching. Have a great, great day. And again, how can I help you equip yourself so that you can take good care of yourself and within the comfort of your own home, allow your body to heal itself?